19th of July 2024. Welcome to today's Daily Motorsport Update on the FR Daily channel, and to start off with, I want to talk about Martin Cesks because he is absolutely setting the timing screens on fire in Rally of Latvia right now, and this sort of pace is absolutely amazing. So, what's he done exactly? Well, he's won 2 stages on basically his second debut, since he's now got the hybrid power. The last time he had no hybrid power, so this is his debut in the top class with a proper car and not one with a bag of concrete in the boot instead of a battery. And he's really lived up to the hype. I wasn't really expecting back-to-back stage wins from Martin Cesks. He's just currently over 3 seconds off the rally lead, but I think that there's a very solid chance we could see Martin Cesks leading the rally. Now, he has had a bit of a road cleaning advantage, but so is Kalle Rovanperä. Rovanperä is starting quite far back. Ogier is starting quite far back, and they have not been as quick as Martin Cesks. Of course, Cesks is even further back, but he's far back enough for the stage to also be cutting up. I was noticing through some of the really tight chicanes, which luckily there's no virtual chicanes in the actual rally stages. Only in the shakedown did Latvia have virtual chicanes, but the real chicanes that Latvia has, they were really cutting up from all that wheel spin, and you could visually see the time that Martin Cesks was losing through there. Of course, in the high-speed stuff, he'd be gaining time from all that road sweeping that gone on ahead. But it's not like Poland, where the road sweeping was just absolutely enormous. Martin Cesks is really there on pace, and I think that is absolutely amazing stuff from Martin Cesks. And what does it remind me of? It reminds me of the 2008 Rally of Wales, when Sebastien Ogier made his debut in a Citroën C4 and, started winning stages, leading the rally on his debut in a similar sort of colour scheme. He was in his own national flag colour scheme, just as Martin Cesks is. Definitely drawing some parallels with Sebastien Ogier's debut. Of course, it's never good to overhype a driver, especially comparing them to an 8-time world champion on their first event with a proper car, but, he's certainly one to watch. That's all I can say about Martin Cesks, and it'll be really interesting to see how he goes on the Saturday and Sunday. Now, the thing with the Saturday and Sunday stages is, of course, the road order is going to get reversed, and Martin Cesks will, if he takes the rally lead, he's going to again be last on the road. Of course, all the cars up front are going to be together on the road at that point, but he will be really wanting to get just these extra couple of seconds now, because that's going to give him a great road order going into the second day, or the second full day of the rally. So that is certainly a one to watch. And if you haven't been watching the Rally of Latvia, go and watch it, because it's absolutely worth it. It's really close out in front. We've got Ogier, we've got Rovanperä, we've got Cesks, and they're all in it for the lead. Tanak's a little bit further back, but he could get back in, and if he gets a couple of good, strong stages, he'll be right back in the mix of things. It's really close out front. Four-way battle is always what we want to see. But on to the World Endurance Championship now, and Malte Jakobsen has been given the drive at Peugeot Sport. Now, who is Malte Jakobsen? I don't really know, but I've looked him up quickly, and he seems to have some pretty good results in junior categories. And he's going to be one to watch. I have genuinely no idea how he will perform, but certainly exciting news. It's always good to see a young driver promoted to the top class, and that is exactly what has happened. But on to the comments from yesterday's video, and starting off with, we have Angry French Penguin says, "This has to be the most stupid penalty ever for TGR." Yeah, I get the reasons why the BOP is here, but like every FIA decision, it's poorly executed idea that seemed okay on paper, but shutting down any form of criticism? Come on, FIA. The virtual chicane? What the hell? Was watching Shakedown when Formo tested it, and I thought, oh, come on, not an issue on Shakedown, but nope, it's just one of the FIA's newest ideas. Yeah, I've got to say, I agree with both of that. I think the teams should be allowed to say what they want. I understand there's the whole placing the sport into disrepute and, no arguing with a ref kind of thing. But BOP, the way it works is BOP is different. They should be allowed to talk about it because it's not like it's just stewards' decisions or things like that, where they are actually allowed to comment on stewards' decisions, just not BOP, which is really weird. And I think, if they want to talk about bringing the sport into disrepute, if a driver says that the stewards made a wrong decision, does that bring the sport into disrepute or what? But criticizing the BOP decisions doesn't. I think that's quite questionable. But yeah. And on the virtual chicane, I just think that I don't know what problem they're trying to solve. They've found a solution to a problem that doesn't exist and created real problems in the process, which seems to be what absolutely everyone is doing. Everyone who's in charge of something, whether it be corporations, governments, whatever, everyone seems to be trying to find solutions to problems that don't exist, not fixing real problems, and creating new ones with their nonsense solutions like virtual chicanes. And I just think we need to stop solving problems that don't exist. I don't think I've heard anyone say, I've been watching rallying and the cars, they've got to go through these chicanes for safety purposes, and I'm just sick of being able to see the chicane. I just wish the chicane could be invisible. Could we make the chicane invisible? So that's what the FIA seeming to be solving. And they've done a great job of that, yes. Now you've got cars braking for no reason, and from the outside it looks really stupid. From the inside it looks really stupid. And hopefully they don't keep this idea. Now, Dirtfish is claiming that the virtual chicanes have allowed Onimpoya to go back into the finish rally. I say that's a load of crap because you could run Onimpoya with bales, and the Rally of Latvia has plenty of bale chicanes, and they have worked since the 1970s to slow cars down where they are wanted to be slow, and they will continue to work for the next 100,000 years. Virtual chicanes, not so much. Lots of trouble, usually serious. Says it'd be better for them to place concrete marshmallows on the track instead of a VC sign. It would not only make the drivers slow down and be naturally penalised if they don't, but also put turning into account. Anything would be less stupid than virtual chicanes. Yes, even BOP. Yeah, same sort of thing. Put a normal chicane in. There's nothing wrong with a normal chicane. And one more comment. David Marichek 1754 says, George Russell to leave Merck? Okay, what's the source other than someone smoked something strong and made it the F up? Yeah, that's I would like to know what was going through the so-called journalists' head at the Daily Express as they hallucinated that one. Interesting thought processes, and I have no idea how they could possibly have come to that conclusion. Next part. Let's be real. Red Bull is in shambles ever since Mateschitz passed away. Anyway, after giving it deeper thought, it could be both good and bad if Ricciardo places Checo at Red Bull. Good side is it gives Daniel one more chance to prove himself that he's still a top-tier driver. Bad side, especially if Daniel fails to prove himself, is we might lose both Sergio and Daniel. Yeah. Well, I think if he does fail to prove himself, then he doesn't really belong in the F1 grid. And if he does prove himself, he does belong on the F1 grid. So whether we lose Daniel or whether we keep him doesn't really matter, because this is basically determining whether or not he belongs on the grid if he goes to Red Bull. Now, fine for Toyota. It's saddening. I mean, I get it. Everyone hates BOP. It's shit and all. So there's no need of addressing it because everyone knows it. But come on, WEC. Ever heard about freedom of speech, especially if said thing is true? Okay, calculating BOP is definitely a tough thing to do, and sure, it might be the best thing to balance the field nowadays, but they should have expected that most people involved in the championship and fans would bitch about it. Yeah. Um, that's pretty much the case. Just let people say what they want. Let people discuss things, and that will allow people to come to better conclusions. More information, more conclusions. More discussion, more information. That's how it goes. I could see Nico fully focus on return to DTM, but that's just my guess. Honestly, I don't have a clue what will be Muller's next move. Yeah, that's no, no idea either, but we will soon find out. I have a feeling he might retire, but you never know. He's a very solid driver. And the last part of this comment, so the virtual chicane is basically drive-through penalty. I mean, sure, it's stupid on paper, but to be honest, if utilised correctly, it's so stupid that it can work. Now, I'm not sure in what situation where it could be utilised correctly, but it sure has to look seamless and not like some sort of artificial BS. Sure, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Plus, a regular chicane uh, ultimately shows more skill of a driver rather than just slow down to a certain speed. But I'm actually interested in this stupid idea. I don't think anyone likes the virtual chicane, to be honest. I haven't seen a single positive comment about it. Of course, all the rallying sort of mainstream media outlets are saying, yes, everyone, it's greatly received. It's a great success. According to who? That's what I've got to say. Who says it's a great success? Nobody. But anyway, it is what it is. And I don't know what journalists in motorsport, what reality they're seeing, because it's not the same reality that I'm seeing, and it's not the same reality that most motorsport fans are seeing. But anyway, that is the end of today's daily motorsport update, and make sure you subscribe to FR Daily to get every day's daily motorsport update. Thank you for watching.